Welcome to the Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast, coming to you from the Cargo District Recording Studios in Wilmington, North Carolina, where we discuss the most fascinating topics of life. I'm Tyler Yaw with my co-host, Chris Kellum, and each week we interview a special guest to learn how they acquired their wisdom over a glass of whiskey. So, sit back, pour yourself a glass, and enjoy Whiskey and Wisdom.
Welcome back, everybody. As per usual, you have myself, Chris Kellum, and the amazing, always here,
Tyler, y'all.
This week, we bring on a man of many talents, many hats, many things.
Oh, man. I like it, though. Sounds good.
Building you up high, so we better have some good stories.
Yeah, man. For real. Put me on spot here.
That's what I'm here for. You just go by Drew?
Drew Cody.
Drew Cody. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not offended. You don't see me on TV.
He was like,
No.
he was trying to get the share thing just in one name.
Yeah.
You don't know.
For sure.
I typically go by Chris. Someone asked for Christopher the other day. I was like,
Yeah, don't call me by my government.
asking for it.
It's offensive. Yeah.
I love it. So we have Drew Cody on.
Yes.
We'll be going and diving deeper into that. But we did find, well, by we and Tyler, found a Stranahan's bottle. And this is their original single malt whiskey.
It looks good.
It does look good.
I think he only pulled it because it has like a jigger on top of it.
That was one of the only reasons why I got it.
Yeah.
I thought it was tin cup, and I was like, nope, it's not tin cup.
It was definitely a jigger.
Yeah.
I'm a former bartender. It's cool.
Yeah.
Way more than I do.
Too much.
But it's supposed to be super classic. It's 47%. And they set it up in New American. They do char number 3 for
Well,
4
that's
years.
interesting.
We haven't had number 3 in a while. And it's from the Rocky Mountains, Colorado area.
Oh, I was just out there. That's where I moved from.
Have you been to Stranahan's?
Absolutely not.
He's like, nope.
I should have.
But super cool, super chill. They have 4 iterations out there, but we just got the super classic. Started out single, strong, small batch.
Yeah. Let's try it, and you can tell us the tasting notes.
Sure. Let's see what this one is.
Cheers.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Drinking out of the Glencairn again.
Oh, that's nice stuff, bro.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's nice.
So this one's supposed to have caramel, butterscotch notes.
Wow, it
Some
does.
vanilla, maple syrup, and leather on the nose.
A little leathery.
Yeah. But your palate's supposed to be just classic cinnamon butter, vanilla, warm caramel, spice pear.
Caramel spice pear.
I don't see the spice pear.
I
but
was
the
going to
caramel.
say, the
I'm
caramel.
all over that.
Yeah, I have that.
All over that.
Yeah, I'm like, it is light enough. I can feel like a little fruitiness, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get a little bit of like a citrus. Yeah.
It's got a little smoky to it. I like it.
The charred 3.
All right, we're just gonna keep it.
That's smooth, though.
Yeah, they are. And let me tell you, these guys are super responsible. They like literally pulled the jigger out. It ain't like at the crib where we just pour it up.
I'm trying to be official some days.
We're stepping up our game here at the
I
Cargo
like it.
District Recording Studio.
Hey, I like it, bro. Listen, no DDs over here.
The last time, if you had followed us on social media, I did comment because I can't pour to save my life. And the last time I tried to pour some, it was everyone had a different amount.
Yeah.
I get it.
I was like, nope.
That's really hard without a pour spout, though. I mean, anybody, even a person like myself who bartends from time to time, without a pour spout, it's tough.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
I think you got to be an alcoholic to do it perfect.
Yeah,
You know?
I'd be pouring it enough.
For sure.
And I am not one.
No,
It's
I mean,
always a perfect pour when you pour it straight to the top.
that's normally my way of doing things at the house. It's sophisticated today. I like it.
Enough about the whiskey, and tell us a little bit more about you.
Oh, man. Tell you a little about me. I am a Memphis, Tennessee native.
Okay.
Been all over the country for the most part. Different careers, baseball, music, all of that stuff. Jack of all trades, master of absolutely nothing. That's kind of me. Just good enough to make it to a certain level at this point. Now I found my new niche, which is golf, which brought me out here. And pretty doggone good at that, though. Yeah, I feel oh, my God, man. I feel super strong about it. I practice every day, work. Got my merch from my team. I got a team here. Changed the game performance. Talk about them a little bit, too. They definitely dove in and believed in me. And
Who
I
also
work with them, man.
works with Upper Health with Sarah Ald.
Oh.
Change the game.
Listen, we got a real team over there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting it. I've never heard of change the game. So that's why I was like, oh,
It's because we're changing the game.
see.
See?
All right.
That explains why they work with Upper Health.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I need a check for saying that a couple times. So let's talk to him about that check. How does that work out? No, man. But originally, like I said, came out of Memphis, Tennessee, a church boy. That's how I grew up. I'm a musician. I grew up playing music in the church. And if you know anything about Southern,
Yes.
yeah, man. I'm in the South. This is North Carolina. Like, I've been everywhere. But when the Southern music and the Southern culture and the African American church is a concert in itself.
Yeah.
And you had to learn how to be a great musician or you wasn't playing on Sunday. That was my first introduction to getting on the starting lineup. I did that, and that was my passion. But as a kid, I grew up playing ball. My dad was actually, fun fact, my grandfather played in the Negro Leagues.
Okay.
My dad is actually the first African-American to play baseball at University of Memphis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. So that was some shoes to live up to.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. So then as a kid, of course, I had 2 older brothers. We played ball. We're all 6 years apart. I'm the baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
So when I was like 12 years old, I was hitting 90-mile-an-hour fastballs because my brother was bringing it. And he had no compassion for his little brother. Like,
course
seriously. No, dude. Anyway, he's like my best friend or whatever. I think he beat me in the submission into that one.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
it is what it is. So baseball, and I started in golf because my father and my grandfather played golf. So I come from an athletic family. Run my hometown. Whoop, North Memphis. And so when Tiger Woods was like the man, okay, I was like 11, 12 years old. And he was like knocking everything out the park. And he actually did a camp down in Memphis, Tennessee. And my dad was like, so you want to learn how to play golf? I'm like, yeah. Glad he didn't teach me because the way he taught baseball was super aggressive, okay? Endless nights. That's a different story. But so I went to the camp, and it was like a 6-week camp, and there was a lot of kids around. And yeah, turned out to be pretty decent at it. As good as a kid starting.
Yeah. If he had never played before.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember my first tournament. I thought I was Tiger Woods. Wore the red shirt, black pants. Oh, my God, dude. I don't think I placed. It was bad. It was bad, dude. So I started with that, and I played golf up until I was about 15, and then baseball took precedence again for the most part.
Understandable.
Yeah, those two sports don't align well. And I'm a hitter. Like, that's my thing. So
Yeah.
hitting a golf ball, hitting a baseball.
Very different swing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was like, it would throw your swing off.
Everything. Listen, golf is so jacked up because it's like everything that they tell you not to do in baseball is what you should do in golf. Okay. So they really don't align. So anyhow, I just gave that a break, even though I really loved it. And we grew up on an acre, and my grandfather had acres down the street. So I would go to the driving range, but for the most part, man, I just had a shag bag full of balls, take them down to my grandfather's house, and just hit them all day. And that's how things worked for me. So anyhow, story continues. Go to University of Memphis, not on a baseball scholarship, actually, a music scholarship, because that was my love.
That's
Right?
crazy.
And I don't want to blast him, but I'm going to blast him. He didn't give me my doggone scholarship my second semester, so I needed to pay for school, bro. So ended up playing some baseball. Worked out for me. And after that, moved on, and the rest is history, man. My father and that was our game. He passed, rest in peace, my father. He was a great man. When I say I can only dream to be that type of father, I'm serious. I can only dream to be that type of father. He was super supportive. He was old school, though. Yeah. You did it his way. A Navy man.
Oh, yeah.
Things was tied up, rolled up tight, and
Yeah. I don't miss those.
dude, me either. I never got that down. Come on, you go in my room right now, my bed's a mess. Anyhow, I moved to Wyoming about 3 years ago, and a friend of mine who was basically like, dude, you ever played golf? And I'm like, yeah, it was like 15 years ago. I'm not going to give my age away, but it's been a while. All right. Really, it's been more than 15 years. It's probably closer to 20. And he goes, let's go. So I never thought I could because it was just like a connection between me and my father. And it's like, that's hard. So he convinced me to go. And it was totally different than what I thought it was. So instead of being a like, dang, I can't be out here, it was like, dude, I remember this. And this was fun. Yeah. It was a connection with my dad that I was just like, perfect. So needless to say, I probably shot like 160 that day. Like in golf terms, that's like
Real high.
Right.
like my first youth tournament I was telling you about. Yeah, it was that bad. But I went every day, man, every day. And sooner or later, I just started seeing people gathering around the tee box every time I would tee up. And just be like, oh, what's going on here?
You were in Wyoming.
Dude. All right. 3% black people in the whole state?
Really?
Surprisingly,
Oh, my
that's
God.
more than Washington.
Oh, yeah, bro. I I made 3%. Yeah, if it wasn't for that, bro. Initially, I'm like, what am I doing out here? And it's cold, bro.
So cold up there. Snow in March, April.
Yeah.
May.
Nope.
Really?
I'm done.
For real. I'm like, my birthday's around the corner. What are we doing in the snow? And super welcoming to Wyoming. I first got there and it was snow on the ground. I'm like, I can deal with this. I lived upstate New York for a while.
Okay.
So that didn't bother me. And then all of a sudden, I'm a big dude, as you can see. I was actually bigger. I was like jacked at that time. I took my health in serious condition, all right? Lots of beer, lots of liquor. No, not really. Just work up the upper body. You didn't even work on legs. Just, show muscles. And I'm like, why can I not close the door?
Yeah.
105 mile an hour winds going down. That's how Wyoming gives it up, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know why. Trucks flip over all the time, dude. When I was on my way there, I didn't know why U-Hauls and 18-wheelers were flipped over on the side of the road.
You moved out there that time.
Bro, it's that time all the time. I'm telling you, dude, you wouldn't believe it. And I'm like, man, these people can't drive. They should know how to drive in this stuff by now. I'm cruising. I should have took heed.
Oh, no.
I didn't. It's because of the wind. So I found that out 2 weeks later or whatever. But yeah, so me in a nutshell, man, I'm just a jock. Yeah, I'm smart. A little bit.
Smarter than the average bear.
That's up for debate. That's up for debate.
So you played some pro ball too then, right? How did that start after, because you played in college, right? A little bit?
Correct. That's correct. So that whole thing started it was odd. So I'm doing my music career, all right? And I was 2 years deep into that. First time I ever been to California. And I think I'm the man. I think I'm Jay-Z with lots less zeros on my paycheck, all right? It's just, that's the dude from Memphis, Tennessee. I made it, all right? That job didn't quite work out. It's like I said, it's super competitive. They love to give it to younger kids right out of college and stuff and introduce them into like marketing and PR work and stuff like that. So it was interesting. I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was just like devastated when I lost it. It was like, bastard, how would you take this from me? You know what I'm saying? So a friend of mine goes, hey, you got a workout going on. Do you want to go? I'm like, dude, nobody ever goes to those and gets picked up. The talking point keeps going. Sooner or later, I'm like, cool, I'll go. So I go. He gets sent home the first day. I get called back the second day. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Now, I haven't played ball in a while. I'll just show you what kind of specimen you're dealing with here, right? And then the next day goes by, do my whole thing, and bingo, bango, I'm in the mix, bro. So that was like a whole 6-year thing going on.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
up and down, climbing up the ladder, back down, traded, shifted, moved. And the whole time I had a family. I was just like a young man that thought I made it already. Thought I had my Beyonce and everything going on. Yeah, that's how baseball happened, man. It's funny. Baseball was always, the best way to describe it was baseball was always there for me when I needed it. Like I said, I went to college on a music scholarship. Like, baseball was not. Funny story, I stopped playing baseball because my older brother became my childhood coach.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad was no longer there because he was working and he had to get my older brother to fill in, and he just thought he was him, running extra laps. Pops can pull that off. You can't, bro.
Right.
No. So I go home, I'm like, yo, I'm not doing this anymore. So I actually stopped baseball when I was like 16, 17.
Oh, wow.
Before you get the scholarship.
Absolutely. Before, not even interested. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be the next Kanye West, and you're not going to tell me. Back then, that's when Kanye was the man. He's still the man. It's just a different man now. You ever heard that song, I Like the Old Kanye?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I
how I
felt
felt.
that.
I respect the new Ye. He's opinionated, speaks his mind. It's just everything he says ain't for me.
Very true.
I feel like he draws similar to most people in politics. There are some people you're like, oh, this guy said some stupid shit. And just depending on who said it, you're like, oh, I'll listen. And otherwise, everyone will just be like, no, you're stupid.
We didn't pay attention to that.
No.
Y'all remember when he went off in the rant? He was like, who gonna be the Medici family? I am the god of Chicago. We didn't understand. We was just like, yo, that's dope right now. This dude is spitting bars.
And you're like, oh, he's a little crazy.
Yeah, now he's like that guy.
Yeah.
Funny story, bro. He ended up living in freaking, I think, right outside of Cody, Wyoming, which was like a few hours away where I was at. I was in Cheyenne. I was in the, yeah, dude, I was in the, what is it called? So it was like 500,000 people in the whole state. We got more than that in my hometown city. And but it's huge though. Wyoming's huge.
It's super spaced out.
Dude, they're spaced out, bro. They're everywhere. And then I think within, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think we're close to, there was like close to 100,000 maybe in the city of Cheyenne. Okay. And that population is also accounting for the Air Force bases there, which also accounts for the other 2.9 black people before I got there. You know what I'm saying? They add that in there. But yeah, dude. So Wyoming is, it's like that. So anyway, I thought I was Kanye or whatever. And then baseball definitely came along for me and stepped in when I needed it. And when I lost my job, baseball stepped in for me when I needed a job. It's definitely acclimated me to being a professional athlete because it's stressful.
Right.
The ups, the downs, the moving around, the releasing and going somewhere else and trying to make a roster and then you're happy again. Just had the whole thing happen again and again. So
it's a little crazy.
Dude.
I see people all the time, and they're like, oh, yeah, who got traded. This person got traded at the trade deadline.
Yep.
And I'm like, these are people with families and lives that you just said, nope, and just sent them across. Because I saw that last week because the NBA trade deadline just hit. And they had, I can't remember who it was, but they legitimately got traded from like an Eastern Conference team to a West Coast team.
Oh, yeah.
And within a week got traded to another West Coast team.
Jeez.
And I'm like, where are you supposed to stay in between this? And they're mad at you because you're not hitting the right workouts. You're not scoring anything. I'm like, bro, I just got here.
You got to understand, as a professional athlete, you're literally for hire. You get what I'm saying? It's, hey, next best thing for you or whoever's got the best price on you. Yeah. I do like golf simply because you make your own call as far as where you go and what kind of deal you take. When you get into like baseball, basketball, stuff like that, there's an owner of the team. I am the brand, bro. Okay? I own me. So if I don't want to go play, I don't have to go play. But there's other logistics. You have golf is a big game of sponsorships, and that's a relationship. Yeah, that's a relationship. Those tournaments cost. They're buku money. Just to get inside of them, they cost. And then you think about how often are you traveling? How often are you in a plane? How often are you staying in a hotel? All this stuff costs, man. And the cities love to fluctuate the price, inflate the price, when they know there's an event coming. You're not getting that $50 room. That's over with. It's over with. So, yeah, I mean, golf is an experience. Actually new at it for the most part in the professional section. I started my first professional competition last year.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Where was that?
Mesquite. I call it Vegas because it's right. That's where I go. I go to Vegas, baby. I felt like Tiger Woods, man. I can't just feel like myself. I got to be the big shot. That's how I felt.
It's always interesting because everyone's, oh, hey, they're playing here. And they always name the big city. Yeah. And in reality, they're like, we're like an hour outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. Fun fact, I should have knew this. Mesquite, Nevada is where it goes down. But Mesquite is his own little Vegas, though. Really? I was like, when I first went, I was like, man, I'm just going to stay in Vegas because, I mean, it's just 45 minutes away. Just go to Vegas. And then I get there and I'm like, oh, snap. They're like casinoed out and everything over here. So it's different, man. It ain't Vegas.
No.
Yeah.
But it's smart because if you can have casinos and keep people here.
For sure.
You're keeping your money here versus sending people 45 minutes away.
That's correct.
But 45 minutes in the West Coast is different than 45 minutes in North Carolina.
You ain't lying. That's for real,
Because I remember people like, oh, yeah, it's only like 45 minutes. 45. Okay, so are you really? So you're saying you're only 6 miles away?
Right.
No. Or are you actually 45 miles away?
Yeah. You're out there a little bit. Yeah, it's the highway's a little faster. Like, it was a funny stretch. Like, on my videos from last year, it's funny. You ever see those movies like when you're like, dude, I'd never be driving in no crap like that because if my car breaks down or anything like that, I'm stuck. Like, wrong turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the trip from Vegas to Mesquite.
Nope. Not
dude,
making it.
Crazy. We were driving back, and next thing I know, because it's so hot, brand new car, everything, bro. We got stuck in a traffic jam for 2 freaking hours. I'm like, bro, we got to cut this car off because the car's overheating.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Some places in the world, like Wyoming and in the middle of Nevada, should not be inhabited by people.
I feel like they should be inhabited by people because then I wouldn't be stuck in traffic as much because they would have a better infrastructure.
True that. Traffic gets bad out here.
Yeah. Traffic. I was coming here from work and I'm just like, why is this traffic backed up 3 stoplights?
It makes no sense.
And it's because no one knows. They're like, oh, wait, my GPS says to turn here
Right.
now. And I'm like, no, your GPS told you like 10 minutes ago you should turn to the right. So why aren't you in the right lane? The intersection's here. I'll switch lanes now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
North Carolina is a cool place, though, dude. Like, I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's got that cool beachy vibe, especially where we are. Also, like, southern to me. Like, I can appreciate the fact that they know how to make sweet tea.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I do not do unsweetened tea.
you were in Wyoming. So you said, hey, can I get some tea? And they're like, here.
No, bro. Yes, for real. Can I get some sweet tea? Oh, we don't have, everybody was, no, we don't have sweet tea. We got
Here's
package,
a Splenda
though.
packet, yep.
Screw that Splenda packet, bro. You know how many Splenda packets it's going to take to make this tea? It's not going to happen. Yeah. That was the first thing. I was just like, yo, can I please get some sweet tea? And I was just like, wow, they got it.
Yeah.
The food's phenomenal here, though.
Yeah. There's people who just move here and just bring their food with them. And I'm like, I'm
It
okay
is the
with
melting
that.
pot for food.
It
here.
is, dude. Like, you get good Italian food, the best seafood I've ever had. You're right here on the ocean.
So fresh.
Dude, it's so fresh. And then I haven't tried the Chinese food yet because I'm not interested yet because I'm enjoying all these seafood places. That's where I'm at right now. But like, all right, there's a debate and I haven't tried it yet. It's the whole barbecue thing that's going down in North Carolina. And everybody's like, have you tried it yet? And I'm like, no, I'm from Memphis.
Totally different barbecue.
Yeah,
I heard. So y'all
very
are like
different.
vinegary based, right?
I don't like
So-
that kind. So I'm originally from close to Charlotte before I moved up to PA and then came back down here.
What part of
So,
PA?
Lancaster.
Oh, okay, for sure. I was up there playing ball in PA.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. North Carolina has two distinct barbecues.
Western and Eastern.
Yes. And there's like a weird like in between.
Oh, yeah. You
like
have
that weird transition.
yeah.
Your best, it's odd because like they make the barbecue similar, but it's how you dress it is what makes a big difference.
So talk to me.
So,
What do you mean
like-
how you dress it.
Like what sauce you're going to use because you can go to some spots and you'll get the vinegar base and you'll get some that have more of like a ketchup based.
I'm against it.
Yeah, it's more of like a typical barbecue sauce. It's like more dense.
Okay.
Yeah, more like that. The vinegar base, I think, is horrible.
I don't like anything that's better than a bunch of vinegar.
Right, yeah.
What is Memphis barbecue then?
What?
It's closer
It's
to
heaven.
it's closer to like the Western style North Carolina barbecue.
All right, exactly. Closer.
I'm
It's
just-
not,
I don't know.
have
I
you-
haven't had it yet.
have you been to Mission Barbecue
In Memphis?
or just any of them?
No, never. I've heard of a Mission Barbecue. Is there one in Memphis?
There's one
There's
here.
one here.
Okay.
So they make barbecue. They do meats of all sorts, but then they have a little tray you can pick up that has different types of barbecue sauce.
Okay.
So you can try what it's like from different parts.
Sure.
Yeah, they have Memphis, they have Tennessee, Western,
I gotta
North
go.
Carolina. Yeah, so you can. It's not the best of all of the ones. You get the general gist of how it's supposed to
Yeah,
taste.
jack of all trades, master of none.
That's
Like I said,
that's
you get a
exactly
little
what
bit
that
of
is.
it. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, if you want barbecue, do not go to Moe's. Like I love.
Ooh.
I was gonna
So
say,
listen,
what
listen,
did
listen.
you just say?
I love Moe's barbecue, but it is not North Carolina barbecue.
Got you.
It is Moe's is technically like a West Coast base.
Are we talking about Moe's, like the Moe's?
No, not welcome
There's
to
an-
Moe's. Moe's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a different Moe's.
There's another spot.
Moe's
like
barbecue.
Yeah, they have a really good barbecue. They have really good. They do
Their wings,
I haven't had their wings.
freaking tastic. Get the
I like their
wings.
cornbread.
See, I'm all about checking out the wings, bro.
See,
I'm all about that. Pulled pork sandwiches. First off, if I'm checking your barbecue, that's the first thing I need.
Yeah,
pulled pork sandwich.
Put it on the pulled facts.
Yes.
yeah.
And granted, I'm okay with you not. We got to get the meat taste though first. Are you smoking that thing? That's
See,
the thing.
that's the issue.
That's
Is you
the
got to
issue.
find like that's why I like Moe's because they got their meat is great without putting a ton of sauce on
See,
it.
that's how you're supposed to do it.
But that's the thing. We need to. That should be an episode. Just do a quick hit up all the different spots. Be like, hey, which one has the best basic meat?
It's not a
Right.
bad idea.
And now we're gonna figure out who is the best sauce.
So Memphis always has this thing called Memphis in May where they have it's a month-long event in Memphis, and then all the big artists that like they get for the month, like it's huge. There's artists that come in town all month, and at the end they have this thing called the Barbecue Fest. Excuse me. And basically, it's everybody in the city who thinks that there's something, and people outside. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, they bring their smokers, they tailgate, they start smoking up some meat, and there's a big winner, and that's big. It's huge
Oh,
to be the
sure.
winner. Yeah, dude, that's like big talking points for sure. And that's a good place to start because don't be that guy that gives me barbecue and it's already got barbecue on it. Don't get.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We don't call barbecue just the sauce. The sauce is that comes with it.
Yes.
If you smoke that meat, that's barbecuing, bro. Right? That's barbecue.
Like the meat is barbecue.
There go
and
right.
then you add the sauce.
That's right. That's right. I'm all about the flavor of that. Just a whiskey. Dress it up yet? Don't put no Coke in this.
No. You have to try it straight.
Yeah, for sure.
Get the taste of it first and then dress it how you want it.
I'm more of that guy anyway, though. Sometimes you'll see me you give me some Jack or something like that. I'll put a Coke.
Right.
Jack
Depends on the quality of the whiskey.
I wouldn't dare hamper with this.
This,
Oh.
but I've also, me and Tyler go back and forth sending TikToks, and he sent me one where this guy literally took like a bottle of Happy or something, poured Coke in it. And I was like,
So disrespectful.
I know.
So disrespectful.
but he also had that look like, oh, hey, I also have 15 bottles behind me, and I'm just going to try it and drink it however I want to and piss people off.
It was on TikTok. He was just trying to get the views.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't respect it at all. I don't respect it at all. No. Give that guy 2 thumbs down, bro.
Right.
No. So that's the thing with barbecue with me. Let me get the meat first, and if that's fired, okay, let's put some sauce on it.
Yes.
But you got to be good with the sauce. Like you just can't just be, I'm good at smoking the meat. Because sometimes you put the sauce on, you ruin it. Yeah. Combo, it got to be good sauce.
And good meat.
Facts. And maybe throw it on a fire bun, like a Hawaiian bun or something like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, sweeten that thing up a little bit. That's my preference now, all right? We don't do that in Memphis. That's just my...
We're hitting that time where I'm like, man, I'm getting hungry.
Facts.
Shouldn't have talked about too much food.
I know.
Yeah, let's get off of that, too.
Oh, before we leave that, there was an episode, because I watched a ton of Top Chef. They were in Texas, and I felt so bad because they threw these people in here and like, hey, guess what? You have to make barbecue. They're like, hey, we're going to take you to this spot. They're the biggest known barbecue joint in wherever they were. I think it was San Antonio or something. And they're like, hey, he's giving you a spot in his setup.
Yeah.
Try and figure out how to cook this. I'm like, I would be crying if you said, hey, you're in Texas and you have to feed Texas people your barbecue and you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, don't come to Memphis with that mess. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm not the best cook. I'm going to keep it real. All right? Can we get real here?
I'm the best taster.
Facts. I think everybody has a place. There's a preacher and there's an audience.
Yeah.
There you
Good
go.
point.
I don't have to preach. Y'all go right. And there's a choir. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the other districts, whatever. But because I've done this so long, I'll cheat it. I'll go get some Sweet Baby Ray's and throw it on there. You know?
I think
That's an easy way to go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going back and I'm like, who owns Sweet Baby Ray's now? I want to look this up
A genius.
because it just went from that secret sauce that only like certain people
Straight
knew.
up, it was.
And then it's like, oh, hey, that's the barbecue sauce we use everywhere. And I'm like,
Yeah, for real. Now they overdid it. Like, okay, sweet, but you can't go. Man, I
you really can't go wrong though.
So I remember when I was at my house, me and my brother, I used to have this, back on my bougie days when I thought I was the man, whatever. I had a pool in the backyard, privacy fence,
Right.
hot tub in the back, bar in the back. Like I was living.
A whole setup.
Whole setup, bro. Everybody come over and just rob me every day of liquor and pool time. They weren't my friends. They're gone now, okay? I know a couple of them, but they weren't with me. We used to barbecue, and that was the secret sauce. So we used to be like, sweet baby.
Yes.
Sweet baby. And then all of a sudden, everybody, anywhere I go, everybody's got sweet baby. And I'm like, man, that's respectable. But is there an option? Is there an alternative?
Yes.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
I've seen it enough. You got to have some other options.
What about
now.
craft? No craft? Against craft? The Hickory Barbecue Craft, bro. I know it's cheap, but I like it.
It's too, I don't know. It seems too fake.
Facts. What about Bullseye? You remember Bullseye?
Yes.
You know about Bullseye? You don't tell me you love Bullseye and hate craft.
No.
Okay, cool.
But I can tell that, I'm like, you can tell the flavor
For sure.
difference. You're like, this is why we go for Sweet Baby Ray's.
If you in the hood, facts. Listen, Sweet Baby Ray's, I'm not saying craft is everything, but I will say this. We respected craft, all right? But the thing is, when Sweet Baby came out with that secret recipe that we all love so much, all right? Everybody turned to it. You was the man in the barbecue. Like,
Yep.
he makes great wings. Call him. He did nothing special.
You know, we just made regular wings.
Yeah,
Put Sweet
regular.
Baby on.
Fact. Then have you noticed the Sweet Baby got like other flavors and stuff now?
Yes.
Have you tried the buffalo?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
I-
what we use all the time.
I fool with it.
Yeah.
You can spice it up a little bit though.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I like a little heat to my buffalo wings.
Yeah, they have. It's weird because their buffalo is like regular buffalo, and then they have medium. And I'm like, isn't buffalo?
Straight up. That's something for debate. But I did notice this, like, in some places, they're like, oh, hot wings. And then they go, oh, buffalo. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, I thought hot wings was buffalo.
No.
No.
There's a step up.
It's a difference, man. I'm a wing connoisseur these days.
But it's similar to barbecue. There's different flavors on it.
It's levels to this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you
gotta
found some
level
good wings around here that you've seen so far? Since you haven't been to Moe's yet?
Let's see. I feel like I have. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. This place called Rounds in town.
If you had said Wingstop, I was going to throw the mic.
Wingstop used to be fire, but you know what?
But it's Wingstop. It's just like any other big chain.
Yeah.
Just depends on who's working.
Yeah. Typically, I wouldn't shout out people that we're at odds right now. And I'm an honest person.
Yeah.
We're a little at odds right now. But I ain't going to lie. They got some good wings. So go support Rounds and get some wings from them guys. They're good people. They'll hook you up.
They have some good
The wings are fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so back it up. See, I lived in New York. So I know everybody's Lito's Pizza. I think Lito's Pizza, no disrespect. I think Lito's Pizza is like that cool little spot on the corner that everybody's been eating that pizza so long that they love it.
Yeah.
Not saying that it's not good, but it's not a boutique place that you go in on the Bronx. And it's so
They
not
got all
crapping
the-
on them, though. Their pizza is fire.
Yes.
It's fire. 100%.
I like
Especially
it
because we
it's-
don't have those little boutique places in the Bronx around here.
Yeah. Oh man, have you ever been to like New York and tried the
Yeah,
boroughs?
Yeah.
So it's a big debate. Like, it's who's got the best pizzas? Is it the Bronx? Is it Brooklyn? Is it Queens?
See, I would need a week to 2 weeks in New York just to be like, all right, so today
Yeah, for real.
we're sitting in this traffic and we're going to get all these spaces.
For real. And Chicago's got their own thing too. Got
Not
their-
a big fan.
But apparently,
I don't need all that dough.
Right. Yeah. Way too much.
apparently deep dish is only given to tourists. Like people from Chicago are like, we don't eat deep dish. We eat regular pizza.
You know what the deal is though? Aside of Chicago, gangster. That's what's going down in Chi-Town right now. Cool culture in that place though, honestly. I mean, I've been there playing ball. It's beautiful. Like the ballparks are right across the street from each other. Bus station's right down there. It's in the middle of the hood. Cool deal. But New York pizza, I found the trick is actually the water.
Oh, 1,000%.
It's the water, bro.
It's the same with the bagels.
Yes, dude, they're fire.
Something with the water. Because I met somebody years ago and they were like, yeah, so-and-so makes the best bagels down here. They legitimately get 50-gallon drums, roll it down here, use it to make their bagels. That's the closest thing you're going to get to like bagels from the city.
But I go to the city and I'm like, dude, would y'all stop tripping? Like, all y'all got good pizza, bro. It's the same thing. Like, it's you put your own little spin on it, but it's still fire.
It's all good pizza.
Yo, who's got the best? I don't know, bro. It's all good. I didn't know. Like, if somebody said, oh, what did you think about Brooklyn's pizza? I'm like, the same I felt about Bronx pizza. Yeah, same way I felt about Queens. It was fire. You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time in Harlem. Now, that's a debate. Harlem's like they say it was the hood. That's super gentrified now.
It was.
I was going to say,
was.
not anymore.
No, dude. I'm like, bro, I'm cool. I keep my door unlocked in Harlem right now. But it's everybody's. You go to another borough, they're like, bro, that's Manhattan, bro.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It is technically.
Yeah.
It is.
Manhattan's weird.
Super
I'm not hating on
businessy.
it. I didn't realize, because we were up there a couple months ago, and I didn't realize how many separate like districts were on that island.
Oh, for sure.
Because they were like, oh, hey, our hotel's in Times Square. I'm like, I don't think it is because I know how big Times Square is and there aren't that many hotels there.
Oh, it's
Come
there.
to find out, we were like 6 blocks away.
Yeah,
and they
facts.
still called it Times Square. I was like,
Yeah,
feel
they
like
get
that's false
confused.
advertising.
It slick is, bro. It's slick. But think about what can you do? So it's like they're highly populated.
yep.
The population is so large, but the island is so small that the only way that they can expand is keep going up. So everybody lives on top of each other. And being a Southern guy, they always like to be like, oh, they're so rude up there. And it's not really. They're just like, dude, you look like a dummy if you went down the street and was like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How's it going? Everybody like, dude, what's wrong with this guy? Something is wrong with him, seriously.
I'd get tired.
You know how I know that?
Because you did it.
I was that dude, bro. Bro, oh man, my first time going to New York, I was like, yo, let me put the Timberlands on. I tried to, it was the early 2000s.
Yes.
50 Cent was the man. I thought I was G-Unit. Went out there and, yeah, bro, I was hanging.
My feet hurt just thinking about walking around that city in Tim's.
When did you go, though? What part of the year?
Oh, no, I went, technically it was November. So
Oh, it was cold.
Oh
Yeah, it was
no,
cold.
It wasn't
it
yet.
was 70 degrees.
That's the thing about New York, though. It will change. Honestly,
Like
it
the
will.
next week they had the Santa Dash or whatever, and the temperature literally dropped down to 45.
Yeah, New York sucks like that.
Yeah.
And if you get caught in those buildings when it's freaking cold, bro,
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
hate your life, dude. I thought my face was gonna fall off. I was just like, bro, I can't feel nothing. I was diving in every little building that I could, every like block, because
Yes.
New
'Cause
York
the
blocks.
wind is-
What? A block from me, bro? Maybe a quarter of a mile. Maybe Memphis blocks ain't like that.
No.
New York blocks, dude. Oh, you just go down 3 blocks. I'm like, yo, we can make it. No, I would have rather just, now that I know, I would have jumped in the train
Yes.
and went down 4 blocks. I'm not walking. Bro, I was so excited. I was like, man, I know this. I didn't know how to get around this city. Everything's numbered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah,
that.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
I took my friend. We're like, oh, hey, we took a day trip to New York, and we stopped in Times Square and did whatever. Like we were shopping, looking at stuff up there. Went to Fifth Avenue, and we're looking at stuff, and I'm like, oh, hey, we can make it. Like I can look at a map and say, okay, it's not that far. We looked at the map. I said, hey, we can make it all the way down to the ferry. Like it's not
No.
bad. We took the train up. We can walk.
Think.
2.5 hours later.
Facts. Facts. Not to mention, you being a tourist, you want to look at stuff too, though.
Yes.
I went to Chinatown, was like, bro, I'm finally here. You know what I'm saying?
And they knew. They were like, yep, he's a tourist.
Yeah, rob him real quick. Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like that guy. And then, but the Bronx, right?
Yes.
So I go down 170 on Concourse. Shout out to my boy Danny. He played ball with him, Danny Barbero. As a matter of fact, he's an ex-professional baseball player as well. He has his own he does things for kids. He's got his own indoor facility that he built. I'm so proud of him. He's doing his thing, dude. His son's killer right now in college, just tearing things up and down. So he keep a lookout for the Barbero kid. His name is Danny Barbero Jr., actually. I remember when he was a kid, you know what I'm saying? But he was just like a strong little kid. But anyhow, he's, yo, bro, let's go to my hometown. He takes me to this little spot. He's, yo, we're going to go get a chicken. Now, he's a Puerto Rican cat or whatever. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm down for getting some chicken. I'm ready. No, B. A whole chicken. Cooked at the bodega, all right? We call them joints the corner store, right?
Yes.
That's a corner store. No, it's the bodega for him. So I'm like, let's go to the bodega.
But the bodega has more stuff than a corner store. That's a whole nother.
I would say the same. They still sold loose cigarettes. So, you know, to me, it was the corner store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we go, we hanging, we get the whole chicken, bing. I'm looking out in the street, and I'm like, bro, I ain't never seen a place that's got so many just stray freaking cats, bro. Why those cats got long, pointy tails, right? Yeah, those aren't cats, B. Those are legit New York City rats.
Yeah.
They exist. This is not just what, bro, they exist. It's not just what.
It's what you don't see.
So then I went down again. Another homie. To the Bronx. Gotta love the Bronx. Go to the BX. We're going back down there, 170 Concourse area. That's where my hangout was if I was to go to the BX. And we're walking down the street at night. They have 4-story high trash piles in the sidewalks. You
Yeah.
ever seen that?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is so unsanitary. First off, how could you be a sanitation worker in New York City? You hate your life. All those piles of trash, I'd be ready to quit after the first.
Yeah.
Like, why is it piled so high?
But it was a lot of cats, and that wasn't cats, of course.
Right.
They were like rats. So I'm scared of rats, honestly. As big as I am, rats and mice, marsupials, anything that sleeps and hangs from his tail at night, I'm not with it, all right? In the daytime, excuse me, because they're nocturnal animals.
Right.
Don't fool with it. So I'm like, bro. So they're walking on the sidewalk. I'm like, but bro, you got to walk like close to the trash piles. And like, we see all of these rats. Like, oh, bro, they ain't going to bother you. I'm like, bro,
They're rats.
it's a lot of them. Like, I'm scared of them. Oh, bro, you so big. I'm 6'4", 200. And that time I was like 275. Diesel, though, bro. I ain't going to lie. That's the prime of my life. What I'd give to go back. So, anywho, I'm walking down the middle of the street, bro, straight up. Because there's trash over here, and there's rats everywhere.
Everywhere.
But that's the way of life, dude. And they grow up that way. I ain't got nothing against them. They grow up to be normal people like us. They lawyers, doctors, successful people, you know, nothing against them. But like that, it's real life, dude. That's real life, dude. Like living amongst the rats and the trash. And they just stack up amongst each other. I see why you notice how many New Yorkers you see here.
Yeah.
They're here, bro. And I don't want to hear that they were all the rich ones. No, they're not. They're just trying to get up out of that riffraff, dude.
I'm happy. Talking about changing life, setting up, changing the game.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more. I'm totally just going to
I'm with you, bro.
drop it over. Tell us some more about this change the game golf performance that you're setting up with.
Dr. Grant. All right. That is a brother to me now. Okay. We come from, can't necessarily say we came from two different walks of life, but he's a dude I talk a lot.
Yeah.
Grant is good at talking, but he's very intellectual. Like, he knows his stuff. And I said that when I would come here, because I came here for golf, okay? I jumped into a professional lane, had some success, but the atmosphere that I was in wasn't really conducive to golf. So I was looking for a team of individuals to put together that could help propel me in this career while giving me the right guidance. Excuse me. Now, my years in the professional ball, I understand there's guidance you can get, but it's not always right guidance.
That's very true.
That's life, too. You can get an old head that'll talk to you all day. You'll be like, man, that's a wise man. No, that's a fool. He's just telling you stuff. He's old, so he's insane. He's been doing the same crap over and over again, expecting a different outcome, and he's preaching that crap to you, rhetoric. So I wanted to get with someone. Shout out to my boy Bo is at Cryo Cove. I met him, and that's one of the people I shout out all the time. I just left there, as a matter of fact, and my body feels heavenly, all right? It's all about recovery, recuperation. So he is definitely a part of the team. I just chose to change the game to where today.
Okay.
But Dr. Grant, Bo introduced me to him, and I was looking for a trainer because last year what plagued my career was injury. I don't care, I'm old, 36 years old. At that time, I was 35. I've been out of physical activity for about 3-4 years. Even though my physique looked the part, I was not the part.
Well,
okay. And in the form of golf that I jumped into is long drive is all about who can hit the ball the farthest.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Stay within the grid, which is 50 yards wide, and who can hit it the longest. Okay. Being a big guy, an ex-baseball player, I could do that. Some of these guys have been doing it forever. And I just started last year, and I won some competitions last year. So being an average individual typically can't hit the golf ball over 275 yards. And if you're a good, we call it good stick, 300, maybe even crack 330, 350, okay? Us long drivers hit it well into the 400s.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so my first competition was in Mesquite. I won that one with a 459-yard drive.
Jeez.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
happy
for sure.
Gilmore.
Facts, bro. I try to run up thing, and that don't work out, bro. That's just...
But when you go to Topgolf, you're hitting it over the fucking fence.
So I got a video that actually went viral like that. I was hitting them, and I thought I was going to get kicked out. I was really drunk, to be honest with you. Speaking of drunk, can I have a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, please.
Pour it.
I
Pour it up.
can
Yeah.
pour?
Yeah, all yours.
They trust my hands because I'm a bartender.
Yeah.
Don't trust me. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to get a little bit more of this. That'd be good for me. Anybody else good?
I'm good right now.
All fine?
I'll probably catch up later.
You wanted to. I saw you. Like, I'm going to be modest because he's not drinking any. But so I hit, it was crazy. That was a little video where I was just like drinking a little bit, having fun, and everybody was just watching. And I really wasn't paying attention to what was going on behind me. And they were just like, woo, going off, right? So I'm just smacking away, bro. I'm just smacking them way over the fence. So then next thing I know, I look back, and the whole staff is just up there watching. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm about to get kicked out of here. This is going to be so embarrassing, right? So the manager comes up to me. He goes, I was like, bro, he's like, no, normally we don't let people do that. He was like, do it a few more times, okay? It's like, bet, let's go, though. Teed that thing up and just bang. And that was cool. I thought Topgolf was going to be my first sponsor, but they dubbed me. I didn't ask them. But now hey, shout out. We looking for sponsors this year. And I got videos on y'all. I should be asking for royalties, but it's all good. Yeah. So anyway, Dr. Grant, okay? Last year, when you swing the club, one 130, 140, 150 mile an hour, okay? That's a lot of torque in the back, a lot of pressure on the body. And I just felt, bro, I've been swinging a heavy 34-ounce baseball bat. I'm conditioned for this. It's a golf club. It's nowhere near as, but I'm out of practice, okay?
I can see that.
Yeah. And I've always been that way. Get back in the gym, deadlift everything. Lift the gym and then pay for it. And now it's like baby steps, okay? So it plagued me towards the end, which prevented me from being able, I got invited, but it prevented me from being able to be a part of the long drive world championship.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just really, to be honest with you, I wasn't physically in the condition to do it.
Yeah.
That email come through and you're like, dang, man, I could be there and I should be there, but I just ain't going to be able to do this. Thought about it, really didn't want to get back into it just because I knew that it would take dedication, that I wasn't ready to devote. But I said, bro, you're not old, bro. You still got it. And if you can go out there your first year and put up big boy numbers like the rest of these guys and really above the field, you pulled off some wins, you can definitely go back and do it well conditioned. So when I came here, my initial thoughts was to just get deeper into golf because I'm a decent golfer. They can go play the course, put a little money on that. But that's a hard game to break into, G.
Okay. I can believe that.
Oh, my God. My last tournament, I shot great, and this dude shot better. And I'm looking at him like, how, dude? What are you smoking? But these guys take this serious. So,
for sure.
Yeah, like me, at this point, my job is to prepare. These guys are spending 6 and 7 hours a day on the golf course.
Wow.
Okay? Practicing, hitting balls. So kudos to them. They deserve every bit of what they're getting. Okay? But I had the condition, so changed the game. He introduced me to him, and it was so cool because his approach was totally different than the rest. You can find a physical therapist. You can find a personal trainer who can just start to condition your body. Nothing against that. But what made him so different to me was that he specialized in golfers. He actually advertised that he specialized in speed. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Speed. So I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy is about. So I go to him, and immediately me and him formed a bond in the chemistry. And we were talking today. He sent me a text. He said, bro, I can't wait for you to win it. And I said, if I win it, we win it. That's how strongly I feel about him. You know, anybody who takes the time to make sure that you don't hurt yourself, you know what I'm saying, and that you're doing everything that needs to happen. You know, Xing out all the little extra stuff. Yeah, I go do the extra stuff at the gym. So, like, the arms and stuff, I want to look nice. But he's making sure I'm on those deadlifts, them squats, and all the stuff I really don't like to do. So, change the game performance is definitely big. We're actually growing because we just opened up a new side, and it's bigger. And as a matter of fact, I don't want to say it wrong, but one of the local colleges here, he's doing that. They've committed to him. He's been a sponsor for one of the local colleges. Dude, look into this guy. Yeah. He's doing big things. He's a young guy. And it's not just golf. That's his thing. But you have a guy that's a runner's coach, and he takes time with runners, developing those runners to become strengthened, polished, know how to run. Like I've always been fast, but
there's a way to run.
It's a way to run,
a proper way.
Yeah, it's a way to run. And it's a way to introduce your body into it because like me, as a baseball player, we pull hammies and groins all the time. Yep. And that's because of how you're stretching for everything. You're stretching for that last one. So I was like, bro, I'm trying to get these quick twitch muscles faster, so I'm about to do some sprints. He was like, yeah, sprints work, but you should probably chill with that. I was like, why, dude? He was like, because you can get hurt like that. Right now, we need you to compete. So he introduces like there's a better way of doing that. What's that? Things I hate the worst. So it was like, put this rubber band around your waist, have another man behind you, and you drag. I'm like, yeah, I've done those resisted runnings. Yeah, but it's less harm on your body, and you're probably not going to pull anything, and you're probably not even going to be as hurt tomorrow. Sprinting hurts. Yeah. And it's more efficient.
Yeah, because it forces your body, if you're doing those quick movements, but you're not going anywhere, your body's, oh, hey, I got to fight this resistance.
That's right. And then typically in sprinting, you hurt yourself when you're slowing down. Yep. It's the quick stops that start to, because you got to think your your muscles are stretched out and you're rolling, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I got to break it down. So a lot of times when we hurt ourselves, it's because we're breaking down the sprint. We're slowing it down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm telling you regurgitated information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm with him, because he's experienced with this. And I must tell you, bro, between Bo at Cryo Cove and Grant at Change the Game, legitimately, I'm walking around here 36 years old, deadlifting, squatting, and I'm not taking anything easy on myself. And my body feels amazing.
So that means you're coming with us to do the CrossFit Open.
That means I'm not. Woo, let's go. Hey, when is it? Do you know?
Saturday.
As of now,
Oh, y'all tripping.
there's 3 weeks of it. No, I wouldn't do that to you right before you got to go out and make some money.
For real.
I'm not that kind of person.
Can I get the bag?
Right.
Yeah. Let me get the bag.
Yeah. Everyone always looks at like, oh man, you can lift more. And I'm like, I know what I could lift.
That's right.
6 to 10 years ago.
That's right.
So I'm sure I could.
But what should I? Yeah.
I'm like, I know the proper, like, I should get back into it. Like, me and Tyler went together, and he's, like, putting up, like, 30 pounds more than me on everything. And I'm like, yeah, but see what happened was he was actually lifting, and I was doing more cardio to try and drop quick pounds.
Dude, there's a video on YouTube right now of me deadlifting 700 pounds.
Jeez.
This is probably about 6 years ago. It's you can look it up. It's called the Back Day the Bar Way. And may he rest in peace. It was a guy that I was working with, really brilliant guy by the name of Greg Allen. And he had an unfortunate passing a few years back. And his wife, they were really good people. But we were just going at it, man. And I told Grant, I'm like, bro, I liked doing that. But never again in my life will you ever see me even attempt to pick up 700 pounds. For what, he says. I said, that's my thoughts.
Exactly.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Never will you see me pull
so
400 pounds on a bench press. For what? It suits me no purpose. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Those are impressive feats at the age that I was at. But, dude, it's not going to happen again. You'll be lucky if you see me try to even put up more than 225. Yeah. I'm talking about on a bench press, because literally I can do any and everything I need to do with 225.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't got to impress you anymore in the gym.
That's what happened with me, like at CrossFit, because for years and years, wrestling, like mixed martial, everything. So you're in there, you do 8 reps.
Yeah.
You try to get heavy.
That's right.
And then the last couple of years, I was like, all right, 8 reps, warm up, do a little bit more. I was trying to see how big I could,
That's correct.
whatnot.
It's about ego, too.
Yeah,
sure.
That's 100% what it was. The last 2 years, it was all about ego for me. So I show up to CrossFit, and it's all endurance there.
Yeah, that's why it's a different game.
Yeah, so I'm in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do this. I'm like packing on weight, and all these other guys, I'm like, oh, psh. And then 2 rounds into it,
Yeah.
I'm like dead. I'm on the floor.
Dead. So that's crazy, because that's how like my competitions go. You're in there. Mesquite was like 100 something degrees, and that field was turf, bro. Okay.
Oh, so it rolls.
What?
Everything.
Bro, I felt like it was 200 degrees, okay? After and then the way long drive works is you got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to hit 6 balls. You only get 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
But you're giving it your everything for the most part. You're working, if you're working at, you're probably going to start out trying to work at like 75%, but eventually going to try to get to 100% of your workload. And man, when that heat's beaming up, bro, I literally got up under that canopy every time it fell on the doggone.
Yeah.
Give me water, please. Had a hit cold towel and everything, just trying to stay cool. So when I did work out last year, I was going with the whole ideology of, hey, as long as you're getting stronger, you're good. But I didn't work on any endurance. So even between those sets, there's practice area over there. And once you screw up, you're definitely going over there and starting to practice so you can be like, okay, what can I do better?
Yeah.
And now you're even hotter. Okay. And then when you get to the tee box to do your official set,
You're dead.
you're dead. Trying to go, and you're only your best if you can be rested and go. And dude, it was. So last year was a learning experience as well. I appreciate that. That's what we call the rookie year.
Yes.
Yeah.
You find everything out. And with long drive, like I say, golf, it's one of those things where you're fortunate if you find somebody who will give you the game. Baseball, somebody will give you the game on the team. Somebody will tell you, hey, man, listen, stop going out tonight. Do not go out the night before the game. Go rest, because
You want to play.
and it's your job.
Yeah.
Right.
Here you're like, oh, okay, we're going to stay in Vegas, baby. 2 a.m. I'm not saying that might not happen.
True.
But it ain't the wisest thing to do. So then you show up and you're being a professional at this point. And nobody's going to hold you to this expectation. You're going to hold yourself. The only person you have. Another reason why Grant comes in play in a good way, because most people that fail, say everybody sets that same New Year's resolution.
Everybody.
Hey, I'm going to stop smoking this year. All right. Oh, yeah, I'm going to the gym this year. Okay. When you set that, you mean it. Okay. But nobody held you accountable, though. That's where most people fail, is the fact that nobody's holding them accountable. That's why it's so much easier when you have a workout buddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because your workout buddies, yo, I'm here. Trust me, guys. I was actually supposed to train, and I got a video today where they're just like, Drew, where you at? And I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to play it right now. Maybe it'll pick up, dude. They're working. They're working right here. The internet sucks right here. But and I'm like, y'all is so whack. But he says, don't be jealous. They're working. They're putting in the work. And it's just like, dang, I feel like even though they understood, something like that, it's a joke. But if I'm not there working with somebody that I know is counting on me to be there, then I feel like I'm letting them down. And a lot of times when you don't have the accountability, you do fail, because it's easier to fail yourself than fail somebody else.
Yeah.
No, you forgive yourself.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm tired today. Your friends, no, dude, I got to leave work and come here too. So where are you at? We got lives together. So Grant is my hat's off to that guy, man, and everything that he's got going. And just like he told me that he supports me on everything that I'm doing, I wholeheartedly support him. And not only him, the rest of the people that are there. I'm not going to go through a roll call, but I've definitely met them all individually, have a relationship. And I tell you, go see them. Like even with you all, with your CrossFit thing, seriously, just go by and see them. They'll let you in. Go see the new facility. It's insane. Turf, hitting bay, squat racks, whatever, everything you need, sleds, like all that cool stuff. So I know y'all do CrossFit, so I'm definitely not going to pull you away from where you are, because you apparently love what you're doing. But it might not be a bad idea to go pay them a visit too.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know many people who CrossFit every single day, besides the professionals.
I want to do that American Ninja Warrior stuff one day.
I know, me too.
I know.
That's what I want to do.
No.
Yo, you wouldn't do it?
I am way too big to be trying to do that.
Me too.
That's why I'm saying no.
I get it.
They were like, oh, you can do a handstand. I'm like, I'm going to go through the wall.
See, that's the stuff that I don't understand
What?
about CrossFit. Like,
But-
that stuff.
But some of the stuff actually makes sense. Like we were doing a handstand push-up that teaches your body to, one, trust your arms
For sure.
to hold yourself up, and then it's focusing on balance. But I'm also not doing a unassisted, oh, hey, let me just sit in a handstand and do a push-up.
My 13-year-old son's cold at that stuff, though.
Yeah.
I was, too, at that age.
I was gonna say,
he
yeah.
looks at me, and I'm like, bro, I'm a shell of myself. When I was your age, dude,
I could have done it, too.
Yeah, but then isn't it crazy that we all say stuff like that, though, or your parents said stuff like that? Bro, when I was your age, that's when you start looking at yourself like, oh, I might be old.
Right.
Because I'm saying that all the time now. Oh, dude, like you're not. He cuts backflips, not impressive. I used to do it.
You're like,
now.
dang it.
So my goal, I told him today. I said, "Yo, my goal is I think I can nail a backflip." He was like, "I think you can too." My son thinks, "Okay, that's my boy." I am like, not to mention, I gave him the same jacked up name. It's cool. He's a junior. His goal in life has always been to be like me. That's so cool. It makes me feel good as a father, because that means apparently I'm doing my job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he's been doing push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, squats, all this stuff. So now that he's 13, he gets to lift weights. He's a man.
Yeah.
Like a little man. So I was like, all right, you see the size of my forearms and stuff. I was like, let's go. He was beating grown men last year just in arm wrestling. And I'm like, bro, and I used to tell him all the time, like, bro, whatever. I'm different. All right? I'm built different. Just the other day, bro, we lined it up. And I just stick him here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and give him a pushback and bang. Dude, I'm just being honest with you. He will not see this podcast, all right? All right? He will not see this podcast. We lined it up, bro, and I'm serious, bro. I got stuck for a cool minute, bro. Cool minute. He didn't see me cheat, though. I put the hand over here.
Oh, yeah.
Go. Bro, he's that strong. So it's just another reason. Like, shout out to Grant, because honestly, bro, like, he's helping me get that back. And that's important, especially if you got young kids and sons and daughters and stuff, and you want to stay active. I've always been active enough with my kids, but I am getting to that point where I'm pushing that 4-0. And anybody who's close to that or been there, you understand. It changes a little bit.
I feel like it's easier to start getting active before you turn 40 versus waiting it out and then hitting 40. Well, I should get in shape.
Yeah, momentum that you had before and just ride it through.
Yeah, that's always the thought process. Take the momentum that you have and never stop. Like when people used to be like, "Oh, when you get 40, you'll understand," and I'd be like, "Bro, I ain't never stopping working out." Yeah, screw that, because then you get to a point where you're like, "Dude, I don't want to do this anymore. It hurts." No. I want to sit home and eat pizza and watch TV like every other person my size. And then you're like, "Oh man, like I'm losing it. Like my arms start getting a little shrimpy, man boobs start coming. They perking back up. I'm happy." Facts. My man boobs came back up. They came back up. You know what I'm saying? And my doggone arms starting to fill out again, and legs feeling good, and just getting up in the morning and being healthier. And seriously, people don't give it credit what working out really does for you.
Oh, yeah.
We look at the aesthetic part, but that's probably the least impressive part of what working out does for you.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
The motivation to get up in the morning and feel energetic. Like, now this is the old man in me too. I don't need an alarm clock. I'm up at 6:30, period. Where did that come from? Yeah, bro. I know. But working out starts to do that. Those endorphins, that whole excitement to carpe diem.
I don't wake up to work out, but my wife has all of her alarms, blah, 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 and they're going off. And then I wake up, and then exactly at 7 o'clock, my body's like, "Hey, what's good?" And then I need a nap, and then I'm good again.
That's the thing, though. You cannot get the nap.
Oh, no, I need it.
I feel you, but you can't.
I am better after a nap.
Me too, but I don't. Because if I take see, that's different, though. If I take that nap, it's over, bro.
No.
I think it depends on the length, too, though. If you take like a quick 20, 30-minute power nap, get up ready to go.
No, that pisses me off.
No?
Oh, that pisses me off.
See, if I take a nap for 2 hours, I'm not doing shit for the rest of the day.
Yeah, because you're done now.
Yeah.
Now, I quite literally could take a nap at 3 o'clock, wake up at 5, still be up, and go to bed before my wife. We would both go lay down at 11 o'clock, and I'm like,
dang, that's how your life works. That's how your life works, though.
But I also
my life
could
don't
do
work
it
like that.
I could also, we'll watch TV, and I'll start nodding off, watching whatever, and I'll wake up, and I got energy. I'll go do the dishes, do whatever. Go lay down, pass out.
See, that's cool, though. That means that you can do it on command. See, there's a thing. If it's 30 minutes, 45-minute power nap, it makes me upset. Now, I'm up, but I'm cranky for an hour because I'm like, dude, that didn't get enough.
No.
But if I sleep past that, hour and a half mark, I'm screwed for the rest of my day. That's me. But the working out thing helps. It helps with everything. But even then, people don't understand. With working out, rest is imperative.
Oh, absolutely.
All you're growing and everything that you slaved for through the day, you're working out and everything, you can stay up for 72 hours and you won't see not 1 ounce of the results until you sleep.
Yeah, until you rest.
That's why young kids can sleep all day long. Trust me, I got them.
Yeah.
Get up. You got dogs. They're barking. You don't hear this?
Nope.
No, they don't care, bro. It's just so get up. Yeah. So it helps me, man. I last couple days, it just really started kicking in. I'm back to feeling like, let's go hit the treadmill now. Dude, it's miraculous. I haven't felt that in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
We came up and blew through an hour, but we still have a couple more questions for you real quick.
Good, bro. Yeah.
All right, so I got my first one. For you,
Yeah.
what would be your definition of success? I know you've done a lot of stuff in life. You got a lot more life in you. It's a good question.
That's broad, but it's simple at the same time. If I could give it in general, success for me is because I don't live for myself anymore. I have a family. Success for me is knowing that my family is lined up in life and they smile, genuinely smile. There's a lot of kids that go through a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of relationships that go through a lot, and they still manage to smile through it. But it's the genuine smile, that smiling just because.
Yeah.
Like my kids, like my daughter, just the other day, she was just sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was being that creep dad that just stared at my daughter for a little while.
Yeah.
And she just was smiling. And I'm like, dang, that's a happy kid. I'm doing something right. So money is all good. Success in your career and all that stuff is good, but that actually has nothing to me to do with real success. Success is the people that you interact with. But that's also an empath, though.
Yeah.
It's a different type of feeling. There's people who are self-absorbed isn't a bad thing. If you're a single person and you don't have anybody that you have to account for, self-absorbed is okay because that's the only person you got to worry about is yourself. But me, honestly, as a father, that is everything. If I can look around and see my family, my mother, everyone, just happy, genuinely, that's successful for me. I could leave this earth and feel I did my part.
That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, man.
This next question goes into that a little bit too. So if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
This is different. If I could tell my younger self something, I would actually tell myself that continue to have faith and believe. I am a person that truly believes in God. No offense to anybody who doesn't, but me personally, that has been my everything. Believe in it, see it through. And honestly, man, who cares what anybody says? Dude, being a professional athlete, you're probably the biggest people criticize you for the stupidest stuff.
Oh,
I just hit a 459-yard bomb, and the first thing this dude says is Drew Cody is the whitest name I ever heard in my life. That's true, though.
I'm
It's
not
true.
arguing.
It was like, I can't get mad. One dude was like, bro, he can hit a 459-yard bomb, but he can't afford any pants so long because I thought it was cool to show a little ankle. Whatever, screw you. You know what I mean?
It's also hot, so I'd be one to show ankle anyways.
Bro, I'm telling you, shorts all year this year. Those are the things that if I could tell my younger self, I would definitely tell myself to stay dedicated and stay faithful, okay? Even you're going to hit those bumps in the road, period. Like, bro, bumps in the road are needed. That is your progression in life. Listen, man, sometimes those bumps in the road are to slow you down, and sometimes they're to damage your car because you're moving too fast.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a repercussion for all of that. I would definitely say that, but also, man, don't worry about what people say. It's a lot of bullies out here, man. People have nothing better to do than to sit there and just talk mess about you.
True.
Only reason why I'm actually buff at this point was because I got teased as a kid for being so skinny. I was a church kid, and I was a skinny kid.
Yeah.
Church boy with glasses since the 4th grade. But I'd fight you, though. I was an athlete, but it don't matter. Yeah, but it didn't matter, though. I was a nerd. I was a skinny nerd, and I wanted people to take me differently, so I started saying if I get in the gym. So sometimes it's positive motivation, but that wasn't for me. It was all about proving something to someone else, but honestly, I should have been happy within myself of who I was. That's just like being a nerd. Being a nerd now is so cool. So cool. Dude, nerds are cool. And then I'd stop having to be so cool because I'm like, dude, I'm actually a nerd, so I can be a nerd now. Which makes me cool. Cool. So
I'm good.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just be yourself. Be comfortable with being yourself, and you're going to develop into whatever you're supposed to be. Just stay the course, man. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Sure.
Yeah, I love that too. That's one of the big things that I've always kind of gravitated towards as well, just because I was a big wrestler when I was in like middle school going into high school. And like what you said, sometimes those bumps are made to wreck your car.
Facts.
And I was moving real fast in the wrestling lane, like ranked regionally and all kind of stuff. And out of nowhere, shoulder got ripped out of its socket, multiple concussions and stuff like that, and over in a second. So
I can see that in you,
wrecked
though.
it.
When you say that, I see wrestler all over you, bro.
Every time I tell someone I'm a wrestler, they were like, oh, I see it.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, now that you say that, that's crazy, for sure.
I just read books.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so cool. I was a book reader, too. I was a book reader, and then I was just like, nobody reads books. They're not cool. The book readers suck. And then I was like, now I get older, and I'm like, the books no longer are the books anymore. It's more now like podcasts. I get my information, and then YouTube. It's so cool how advanced we've gotten.
Yeah.
I was just talking to somebody about that other day. It's like, bro, the one thing I can cherish with the way my dad brought me up and everything was I don't need Google. And I actually don't need YouTube. Now, I love them, but I can pull out an almanac, thesaurus, an encyclopedia, and I can cross-reference and a dictionary, and I can pull my part together. Anybody who grew up in that era before all of that, when we had to play on the big block computers, Snake was on the phone, was the only game. Gosh. You understand, you know, that there's other things in life. Yeah, for sure.
Love it.
For sure.
Because we're coming to the end. You got anything you want to shout out?
Dude, I just want to shout out you guys, Whiskey and Wisdom, for one.
Thanks,
Dude,
man.
thank you so much for bringing me on. Everybody that plays a part in knowledge, bringing information is important. Like I tell you, because the game is so jacked up, man. Unadulterated truth is the best thing for people, even if it's something that you don't want to hear. Sometimes the best thing to hear is the stuff that you don't want to hear. Sometimes the best thing to hear is something that you disagree with because you're not open-minded enough to receive.
Yeah.
That info.
That you can't receive that info. You don't understand. Your mental capacity won't allow you to receive that info because you have blockades on your mind preventing you from seeing another man's side. Listen, there's things I don't agree with in this world. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm straight up. I'm old school. So there's some things I don't agree with. But at the same time, right, through the course of life, I've learned to open my mind and understand that just because it doesn't work for your life doesn't mean that it doesn't work. Sure, there's 1,000 ways to hit a baseball. We all come to a certain science that we know between this small fraction of a second, we all meet the ball at the same way to build success, but how you got there was different. Oh, it's crazy.
Never even thought about that.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. Think about that, bro. People tie their shoes and people tie them so many different ways. People do their hair so many different ways. Some people brush their teeth so it doesn't mean their teeth aren't clean. You get what I'm saying? And it can be so minute that we criticize the dumbest stuff, bro. So I definitely want to give a shout out to you guys and platforms that are like this because the world is being a better place because of it. We're living in an age now, like we just said, people don't read as much. No. When you get on I'm a podcast listener. I am that guy. What puts me to sleep at night is a podcast. Yeah. Seriously. And it wakes me up in the morning and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I want to give a shout out to Change the Game Performance. Of course, they are definitely changing my game. To Cryo Cove, I want to give a shout out to them. I want to give a shout out to my family, all my loved ones, my friends, all my followers, and all of my people who support me and looking forward to me to do great things this year. I definitely want to give a shout out to them because this is why I do it. I get out of bed some days and I'm just like, screw it. I don't want to hurt today. But then I'm like, you know what? That accountability we were talking about, they hold me accountable.
Good.
They're looking for something. Hey, give me something to do, something to put out there. And one last shout out I'm going to give is my dad. I think fathers need to be more present as well as mothers. But as a father, it's important that we lead our next generations. I try to lead my next generations not just based off of who I am, but off of spiritual, Bible guy.
Yeah.
And as I get older, waking up in the prayers and the devotions and the leading my family in devotion, and that's big to me. So for sure, I'm bugging, but definitely my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That is the biggest shout out for waking me up every day and allowing me to perform at the level that I am. So yeah, man, I'm totally grateful for everything. I'm grateful for our interaction. I know that things go beyond this for us as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm pushing y'all. So every episode, bro, is going to be a post on my page to be like, y'all better check this out because I can't wait to blow this. I can't wait to continue to help blow this up. You guys have a great platform.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate
Anytime
it.
you got whiskey.
Hey, yeah.
And a little wisdom.
I was saying, you know, every once in a while.
Love it. So you guys, thank you for following us, listening to our podcast. We're on all the major podcast apps.
Yep.
So leave us a review. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.